UNSC also have convened an emergency meeting. United Nations Security Council also have convened an emergency meeting. And in Israel, there is a state emergency. In Israel, there is a state emergency. This is the news that is coming up. What is the solution for the present ongoing Israel-Palestina conflict? And both sides are using violence. We cannot blame one side, either Hamas or Israeli government. Both sides are using violence as a weapon. And who should resolve this issue? Who should bell the cat? In spite of international systems, international system is failing, and innocents, particularly women and children. If you see the data, most of the victims, innocent, no, most of the casualties, they are women and children. So, in this perspective, I wish your opinion. Who should, how to solve the issue, and any extra points or new points you wish to add? ఎవరు మాట్లాడతారు?
Yes, ma'am. The issue is particularly related to evacuation of Palestinians from a place called as sorry, ma'am, the Al-Aqsa Mosque, ma'am, which is in this Jerusalem, Eastern Jerusalem, which is occupied by Palestinians. But it has escalated into an issue that the Hamas is being now involved. The militants of Hamas, they are the conflict is now involved. What we say? It has developed into a war of using these rockets, ma'am. So this kind of war, this is called as intifada, ma'am, whereby the Palestinian uprising is against Israel occupation. Okay. Previously, there have been 2 intifadas. This might lead to a third intifada, ma'am. This might escalate into a third intifada. But the solution, ma'am, I'm particularly not. No, I do not know how to give a solution to this, ma'am. I mean to say, if we can involve some outer players into this issue or not.
Okay. You don't want to add solution for this?
No, ma'am. I'm not assuming any kind of solution at this point of time.
Okay then, Prashanth. Nepal only got no only paina no conference, but in the only opponents vote ఎక్కువ, but the opponents could not find an alternative prime minister or alternative government. Issue nadustundi. Do you know that? Are you following that issue? Nepal only ఎవరు మాట్లాడతారు? నేపాల్ ఓలీ ప్రభుత్వం లాస్ట్ 6 months నుంచి కూడా ఇష్యూస్లో ఉంది. ప్రజెంట్లీ నేపాల్లో నేపాలీస్ పార్లమెంట్ ఓలీని ఓట్అవుట్ చేసింది. 93 ఓట్స్ వచ్చాయి. 120 ఓట్స్ అపోనెంట్స్వి. ఓలీకి ఓన్లీ 93 ఓట్స్ వచ్చాయి అనమాట. సో కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఆయన పైన లేదు, బట్ కుడ్ నాట్ ఫైండ్ ఎ సొల్యూషన్ ఫర్ దాట్. జస్ట్ ఫ్యాక్చువల్గా ఉంది. దీని మీద అనాలిసిస్, హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎఫెక్ట్ ఇండియా, అట్లీస్ట్ హౌ ఇట్స్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎఫెక్ట్ ఇండియా.
Ma'am, actually, if you see the leadership of Nepal, Oli, it's not so much accommodative for Indian interests, ma'am. So if it is going to change, then it is, I think, politically it is beneficial to India. But as you are saying that it is not feasible because no alternative is found. So we need to
presently it is present.
Presently, no alternative is found. So we need to see, ma'am, how the developments is going to further develop. But if it is changed, ma'am, it is definitely in India's interest.
Okay, done, Prashanth. Should vaccine be free for all Indians? With reasons. I want yes or no with reasons. Cheppu, should vaccine be free for all Indians?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, it should be free. Because why? The main reason is...
do you want free vaccine for Ambani also?
Ma'am, irrespective of if we can afford or not, we need to have a free vaccination. I mean to say universal vaccination, because it has some positive externalities, ma'am, for vaccination. If we are immuning one person, it means we are also immuning the people who are surrounding him. Right. So considering this possibility, if he is Ambani also, if he is going among his employees, we are also immuning his employees also, ma'am, if we are vaccinating him. Okay. So without any kind of bias, we need to give vaccination to everyone. Ma'am, I have one more point to add.
Yes.
Ma'am, the thing is, if we are saying that who can afford, they could take the vaccination, then what will happen is, those people who belong to middle class and upper middle class, they could afford, ma'am. They could take. But there is also possibility that they can work from home, ma'am. But that kind of possibility is not there for people who are poor. They need to go to the roads and they need to work, ma'am. And also there is a paradox that they cannot afford the vaccination.
Right.
So all these confusion would be arriving if we keep the tax, if we keep the price like if those could afford, they need to buy the vaccination, ma'am.
Okay.